Yeah, yours definitely was better than mine today.
What was that?
It's a stress airplane.
Why,
So
why, why an airplane? I'm not making the connection.
I guess if you're ever on a flight and you're feeling stressed, you just, go ahead and just try to relieve your stress by with this
Uh,
little airplane thing. To be honest, this was sitting on my desk this morning and I have questions. I don't know why this was on my desk. Like there was no reason for it.
Maybe it's a hint. Maybe it's an omen.
Maybe. Who knows? Uh,
The travel elf visited you and dropped it off.
well, they could have left some tickets with this plane then, and that way I can know where I was going. But I mean, if you leave me just the
Uh,
plane,
they just give you suggestions. You have to take care of the rest.
I know they were like, "Hey, we want the boss to get out of here. Is really what we
Yeah,
want. He needs to just leave."
yeah. Budget cuts. You got to pay for your own.
Oh man, welcome everybody to Z Comic Weekly, where we get ready to nerd out for the next half hour. And you saw at the beginning, of course, he who does not sleep will probably not have any sleep for the next, I don't know, week or so, because yeah, he's got a lot going on this weekend.
Just a little.
Just a little, just not a
Yeah.
whole lot. So.
I don't know why I do this to myself.
Oh man, but it's gonna be all worth it. So yeah, man. So it's coming up this weekend, man.
Yeah, yeah. It snuck up on us quick. Everything's in place. I'm kind of scared how smooth everything's going because it's usually not like that.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's crazy, man, because it's like it seems like, and I don't know, I was talking to Jackie about this morning. It seems like the year is going by so fast, right?
oh yeah, yeah, I mean, it seems like we just did El Paso Comic Con, and I barely, recovered from that one, and now we're jumping into this one.
Yeah, and that's great. Everything's ready to go. Like you said, like everything's smooth, and of course, people are excited for it. By the way, I got to mention the video on TikTok was hilarious with the little anime jumping out. I was like,
Oh yeah.
what is this? So it was so cool. And I was like, yeah,
Oh
so it,
good.
it came up on my feed. So I was like, that's crazy.
Yeah, I actually did that myself, believe it or not.
Was that your voice?
Yeah, I ran it through a filter, but yeah,
Okay. So
I
I
can't
was like,
hit that octave.
I didn't know he could hit that octave like that. But so I was like, someone needs to get him a record deal.
Yeah, I'm up for that.
Okay, so Anime El Paso is coming up. There's still tickets available. I believe VIP is already sold out, correct?
Yeah, VIP sold out. Weekends are nearing sellout, and like I said before, this is not a sales ploy. They are really nearing sold out. So if you're thinking about getting the weekend, which is almost as good as VIP, it has some swag, but not as much as VIP. You still get some cool stuff and get to come in all weekend. Get them now, man.
Nice.
Otherwise, you can get single day tickets. And everybody's been asking. Yes, tickets are available at the door. I'm not sure why everybody's asking that. Are there a bunch of events that don't sell at the door?
I think so. You know what's
Really?
crazy is a lot of events have been doing that lately,
Huh.
especially from, after the COVID era. A lot of people are just get them now ahead of time. And then I guess they just didn't want to have to deal with the exchange of tickets or cash, or I don't know what the case may be. There's thousands of theories out there.
Well, the venue, a lot of the venues are going cashless, and I'm pretty sure El Paso is one of them. So,
Yeah.
like concessions, those other places you can't use cash. It's going to be touchless only, and it seems like a lot of the venues are moving to that. So
Yeah.
they're trying to do away with cash, man.
Yeah, you know what, but getting your tickets early, and I've liked the idea of, I mean, if you're trying to, just like how we said, you try to get your tickets the day of, you do run that risk of going to El Paso and it being sold out.
Yeah, not just that. Then you have to wait in line. If you have your VIP stuff, we have a separate line for VIP. You go straight to that line. It's a lot shorter because there's less VIP. Pick your stuff up, boom, done. And if you've already got your stuff picked up, you can pick it up during load in. You just walk right in, show them your wristband. Wristband, guys, you got to have the wristband on. The badge is
Mm.
nice and it's pretty and it's decorative, but you got to have the wristband to get in the door.
So make sure you guys are ready to go and prepared for that. And like we're saying, you need to get them tickets now. If you're planning to go out there, get those tickets, and if tickets will be available. But if it sells out, it sells out, and you don't want to be standing outside. Well, I should have got my tickets, and well, it sold out.
Yeah, you can always get single day tickets. I don't think we'll ever sell out of single day tickets,
Yeah.
but
So
there's no perk for those. You just get to come in.
What are you looking forward to the most this weekend?
A couple things. Like I said, this is a first year event, and I've only been to one or two anime events, and I've never ran one. So I'm looking forward to the ramen eating contest
Yeah.
because I told the venue, they're going to make the big things about it. We're going to make people, you're not just going to be able to drink it. You're going to have to use chopsticks to do the noodles. Then you can drink the juice, sauce, whatever it's called, broth.
Broth.
Broth
Yeah,
is the
see?
word. And I asked the venue, I was like, I don't want this to go quick, so please make this spicy as you can. So it's supposedly gonna be very spicy ramen.
Yeah, so if you think that you're gonna shortcut it, it's probably not gonna work out to your
I want to
favor.
see the guys up are sweating on that stage.
Oh,
Or
man, so,
girls, guys or girls, yeah, either one.
if they wanna get their tickets now, if they're watching us this morning, where can they go to get their tickets?
You go to animeelpaso.com and there's a little link up there says buy tickets. There's links I put it in several places so you can find it. Just click the buy tickets, go pick your ticket, pay right there.
Right. Get your tickets and don't miss out. It's happening this weekend. It's going to be exciting, man. It's definitely something new to the area and something exciting for the area, and just the popularity of anime, just the way that it's blown up over the last couple years. I mean, we've seen it just explode even more, and to now just see just how far it's going to go. I'm excited to see what the future of anime is going to be.
Honestly, with anime doing so well and comic sales are kind of, uh, they're rebooting comics all the time, and I think they could take a lesson from anime and start making, make a whole story arc, make it like a manga book instead of a comic book, where you got the whole story. You can keep the same size and stuff, but make one story arc in each comic. I think that'd be a much easier sell. Jumping on points easy. You just buy that and you're caught up. But what do I know?
Right, what would he know, right?
Yeah,
Nothing at all, right?
yeah,
So, yeah, speaking of comics, how have things been going on at Zia Comics?
good. And we have a date for Alamo.
Oh, we do, okay.
Hasn't been
What we
publicly
looking
put
at?
out yet, but I can tell you this will be
Okay,
this will be a Hot 103 exclusive.
alrighty, well, we like that, so when's the official date?
We don't have the flashing graphics and woo woo woo.
I'm actually looking for flashing graphics, and I realize we don't even have a drum roll. See what happens
No,
when I didn't come prepared with my drums.
no soundboard.
No soundboard today.
Um, my manager, he's pretty much moved in over there already because he'll be living above. Um, and we got a person hired, so there's going to be two people there. It's gonna be like a soft opening. The 26th, they're gonna open and get this new guy trained up. But the grand opening is going to be July 7th,
Okay,
which is going to coincide with their downtown nights, which is kind of like their first Friday event. And oh,
nice.
you found it.
I found the cheers.
Yeah, and we're bringing in comic artist Raymond Gay, who's going to be there. He's done a lot of work with like Spawn and Ninja Turtles, and he's a El Paso local guy. So that, and we're looking at some other stuff to do for the grand opening. Maybe some munchies and stuff like that. Maybe another appearance if we can find somebody to come in.
Nice, man. I can't believe we're finally here with that.
It's
I mean,
surreal.
it's been a journey though, bro, because I
Yeah,
mean, from everything, I mean, you've even done episodes of the podcast out there, from you out there, building shelves to the different colors and just seeing how far it's gone through the journey. And now we have the official date, man.
yeah. We're still waiting on stuff to write. He's there waiting for a shipment right now.
Okay.
Stuff that came in late. I'm still waiting for my Coke cooler. Coke has been dragging their feet, so we'll have drinks. I think we're going to be the only ones on New York Avenue with snacks and drinks, so
Okay.
that should be
That
cool.
All righty, man. Well, there you go. You guys heard it here. Of course, you do not want to miss out. We have to definitely take a trip out to Alamo, so that way we can go check out the grand opening. So I'm
Yeah,
excited.
definitely. Well, it'd be a good time. 5 to 8 p.m. is going to be their downtown night, so it'll be a good night. All the businesses are supposed to open until 8 p.m. as a kind of a thing. People, I think they close off the street, so it's going to be a lot of pedestrian traffic. It's
Nice.
Alamogordo is doing some good things downtown.
You definitely earned your name today. He who does not sleep.
Oh yeah, and I've already got some guests signed for Las Cruces Comic Con, and I won't
Oh, man.
announce those till after Anime. I don't want people getting confused.
Yeah, so we'll
But
we'll
there's a
we'll take it as
couple I think people are going to be excited about for Las Cruces.
that's awesome, and by the way, shout outs to, we had, Nesto who said he never sleeps. Uh, said he enjoyed watching the videos of your trip, so, uh, we call that stalking, by the way.
Yeah, I haven't even. I've still got to compile. I usually make a YouTube video when I travel, and I've been
Yeah.
so busy. I've got it pulled onto the computer. I just haven't compiled it yet. So there's going to be a Spain trip. You're going to see a lot of European churches.
But that's coming. That would probably be after this
Oh,
weekend,
it will
maybe.
definitely be after this
I mean,
weekend.
because if you have time right now, I mean, then
I just throw it together real quick.
yeah, just real quick,
It don't take long. Yeah.
right? Oh man, so we got a lot to nerd out to today, especially because of just this past weekend and the success of Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Didn't get a chance to see it. I haven't really gotten a chance, but it's really got me interested, and I may go to the theaters to watch it because you're hearing things of it may be one of the best Spider-Man movies.
I heard that they're actually saying it's one of the best Marvel movies, which is saying a lot.
Yeah. So, I mean, luckily, and TikTok has been really good about this one about not giving spoilers. But apparently there is, I mean, when you talk about the universe just opening up, they're saying that you're gonna get a lot of clues to the Spider-Man as a whole as a character.
Yeah, you're going to OD on Spider-Man, from what I understand.
Yeah. So I mean,
Every
there's only
variation.
there's only 270 Spider-Man, so take your choice as to which one you want to see. So,
Yeah,
but
and one of the guys at work watched it, and what I asked him, who was the villain? He's like, "There's really no villain per se. It's kind of the clash between a couple different Spider-Men," and I'll just leave it at that.
okay, so, at least we kinda have an idea, but I've heard many of cameo and rumors and, I don't wanna spoil it for anybody who hasn't seen it because it was the number 1 movie at the box office, which I really did not expect it to be as dominant as it did, seeing how you still have, Guardians of the Galaxy still performing well, you got Family still also performing well, then you
Mario.
had Mario, The Little Mermaid, you've had these blockbusters, and then I was thinking this was gonna be, okay, this movie came in second, but to just dominate the weekend that it did, and it surprised me.
Well, I think it broke some records, some box office records. So,
Yeah.
people like the first one, and obviously they're still wanting more of that style of movie and that character. So, or characters.
We mentioned something a couple of weeks ago about, and with this, because it is animated, it's a different take, and it's different from, us, having to constantly look for younger cast because, the cast gets older. Could this be the sign that we can get these movies and go if you're doing an animation style like this or something that's different that would get people excited? I mean, we mentioned Stranger Things possibly going animated. Is
Yeah.
this something that can look for the future to say, "Hey, people wanna go see these things," and it's not just kids, it's adults, it's everybody. If you're a fan of a franchise, you'll go see an animated movie.
Yeah, the only thing is the time it takes for the animation. That these things aren't just made overnight. That's been in
Yeah,
production since the last one came out. They started immediately.
yeah.
So whenever they catch up, the animation techniques catch up to and the technology to where they can make them quick as they do live action, you're probably going to see a lot more animated.
Man, and it's great, and especially just I think a lot of us took away from the first one is that this comic book style of animation can work, especially when you're putting something together like a superhero. And I mean, granted, we're gonna get those live action Marvel movies that we're used to, but when you see this, it takes you back to like, oh, okay, this is a character. And I mean, you get Spider Ham, and you get all these characters that you're just like, oh, that'd be cute if they ever brought them, but you get them.
And that's the other thing with animation. You don't have to rely on CGI. You can make those characters look like and do anything. Nothing's out of the realm of possibility.
So, I don't know, but that's definitely one that I think is I mean, I was just, talking today. I was like, I mean, I have yet to see Guardians. I haven't seen Guardians of the Galaxy just yet. And this is another one, and I'm like, do I think I might go see this one before I go see Guardians? just because I don't feel like crying. So I'll just leave it at that. I don't want to cry when I go
I'm
see
still
Guard.
waiting for the streaming.
Me
They released Avatar. It looked like the other night. I
did
saw
they?
the thing for it. My little banner on my smart TV said Avatar now on Disney Plus. So
Okay, I gotta check
yeah,
into that because I guess I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing tomorrow. So we're watching Avatar.
for at least
Okay.
3 hours.
Yeah, I gotta set aside some time. Never mind. I guess I'll wait till next week. I don't know. Whenever I have a free minute that I can dedicate a day to watch Avatar, because it's gonna definitely take up a lot of time to watch that movie.
They should just break it down in chapters for us.
They really should. I mean, why not do something like that? Just say, hey, we're gonna just do this in a series and call it good. It's crazy too because you don't even know what streaming service these movies are gonna come on these days.
Ah,
Like, it really is like, I was like, "Hey, did you know this movie's out?" And then you gotta follow it with the, "Oh, yeah, it's on Max," or "It's on Paramount," or "It's on Amazon," or yeah,
or
I don't
Apple.
know. Yeah, Apple TV. Can't forget about Apple TV.
Did you finish
It was
Ted
an
Lasso?
I did finish Ted Lasso. Did you?
Yes.
Okay,
Did you
we
see all the
gotta
Easter eggs?
I
That was
did
good.
see everything, and I gotta ask you, do you think we are deserving of a spinoff?
They've been talking about that. I don't. Jason Sudeikis said no, he's done.
Yeah.
But they said, well, we don't need you. Now we can follow the team. Those characters are already established, and there's enough quirkiness in those characters. I think they could carry a series just following the Richmond team.
I would be intrigued to see a series where Roy Kent is the star.
Fudge.
I even mentioned around here, I was like, I have to put him as one of the top persons to say the F word. Like, up there
And
with
it doesn't
Samuel L.
seem,
Jackson.
but when he says it, it seems so natural. It's just,
Yes.
and he was originally one of the writers, and he fell in love with that character, and he auditioned for it, and they let him do it.
It is an amazing show. I'm thankful you told me about that show because I was like, I cannot believe I slept on this. Like, I was like, oh, it's a soccer
Yeah,
show. And then you mentioned, it's like, well, it's not fully based on the game. It's based on the life
yeah.
of these players and coaches. And oh
Soccer's
man,
the
it was just
background.
it really was. It really is. And just the, like you said, the Easter eggs, the little like hints of we could do this again if we wanted to. And I don't know,
Well,
man.
even his little notes, it's not about me. It never was. So does that, that's a good lead in for it to be about the team on the next season.
Yeah, and I mean, even a spinoff, because if you saw the mention of there being a AFC Richmond women's league or women's team.
Yeah, they hinted at that.
Yeah. So I mean, you can have more than one, but I'm telling you, if we get a Roy Kent, I would prefer that one over
He's
anything else.
here. He's there. He's yeah. Like I said, there's so many great and Coach Beard. That little reveal at the end of how he got hooked up with Ted. Man, that pulled right at your heartstrings.
I mean, it's just you know what, and that's what I think I appreciate about the show because in most shows when you're like, okay, why is this character this way? And then it hits you out of nowhere as to why they behave this way or the feelings or the emotions. Like you said, it pulls at your heart, man.
Yeah, yeah, and the whole, you saw a lot of people. Um, I don't want to say they transitioned from the beginning. I mean, you got Jamie Tart completely changed, Roy Kent completely changed, Nate. Pretty much all of them, as a result of Ted, kind of shifted their whole personas.
Yeah, and it just I just it to see the first episode to the very last episode, there was just so much evolution, man, that I just it was
In
a
just three
great show.
seasons.
That's all you needed was 3 seasons, and you went on a roller coaster. The 3rd season especially, I mean, at first, the beginning, I'll be honest, it was a little rough, because 'cause we're just like, "Okay, what's gonna happen here?" And then they got on that losing streak, and I'm like,
Oh yeah,
"Okay, eventually," but it's just I don't know, Roy Kent, man, it just I mean, him learning how to ride a bicycle in Amsterdam is the best thing ever. So,
that was a good scene.
I kudos to them. If they're not winning all the awards, next year for award season, I mean, I don't know what to tell. They already did that last year, but they deserve another round of just awards. All the cast, man, everybody from Nate to just everybody was great, man.
Yeah, they cast the roles really well too. The people who played them really fit the roles.
And Jason Sudeikis, man, just like it's sad to know that Ted Lasso's done, but I mean, if you bring him back as a cameo, I mean, I don't know, just it was man, that's an amazing role for him.
That's a career defining role.
Yeah.
All of his stuff before this is just I can't remember.
I really can't. I you tell me that, "Oh, yeah, he was on Saturday Night Live." I was like, "I
Yeah,
can't don't remember a skit." I know he was there, but I can't even remember a skit that he did. All I will remember him now
Meet
is
the
Ted
Millers.
Lasso.
I think he was on.
Yeah.
I,
So,
but this role, you won't forget Ted Lasso.
Ted Lasso will live on forever, and Apple TV Plus, I saw them post something on Instagram 2 days ago where they said, "Could we be staring at the future?" And it was Roy, Nate, and the assistant coach
Oh,
staring
Beard.
at yeah, they were staring at the Believe sign, and I'm like,
Yeah,
"Don't
that
mess
scene
with
got
me."
me too. When all of them had a little piece of it and brought it back, I was like, "Oh my god!"
Who would have thought, man? Who would have thought? I tell you, I actually went out and bought a soccer ball for my son. I was like, "Here, you're gonna start playing soccer." He has a soccer ball. He's kicking around the house now, thanks to Ted Lasso. So maybe he'll go play for Roy Kent. Who knows?
Yeah, he could pick a worse coach.
Yeah, he really could.
Just if they
Ab
pull out the red string, tell your son to run,
Oh my god, that's right, the red string. I forgot about that. Yeah.
and he's the
Uh,
one who's only laughing maniacally.
oh my god, and then when Ted trips over one of them at the end, when he trips, I was like, "Oh, I would be so mad."
Yeah, yeah.
Oh
That
my
that
god.
I don't know if they could ever really do that in real life. Because as a
Yeah.
player, I'd be like, no, I
No,
opt out.
I was like, "I don't care how many millions you're giving me, that is
Put me
not
on
a
the
cheap
bench.
ticket." Yeah, it's like, "You know, I'm sitting out. I'm injured this week. Sorry about that." Uh, Amazon Prime, by the way, Apple TV Plus, Silo is the next one that we're
I
gonna
haven't caught
watch.
up on that one yet.
I we're that's the one that we wanna start now that we've finished Ted Lasso.
Oh,
Silo's
you
one.
haven't even started it yet. I'm a
Yeah, we
couple
haven't
episodes
started yet.
behind.
Yeah,
Good
so
show.
we wanna start that one. My wife was actually that was when she was telling me that she wanted to start watching, so looks really good.
You
So,
won't be disappointed.
I saw Common is in it. So,
Yeah.
yeah, so you got quite a few cast members. I mean, just it looks intense, so
Yes.
we'll
Yes,
see.
it is.
We'll see. Apple TV Plus, kudos to you because you got some amazing shows right now, on Apple TV Plus. I've been on there more, obviously with the Ted Lasso, but just kind of starting to like, "Oh, we need to watch this, and after that, we gotta watch this," and then there's a couple of movies on there that we still need to catch up. I still need to catch the Chris Evans one that's on
Oh,
there
you
too.
haven't seen that yet. Yeah.
Oh, man, I'm behind.
And they're
So,
not really promoting heavy. But they've got the content that they should be pushing.
I mean, this is top tier content. This is like what HBO used to be
Yeah.
back in the day.
And Apple ain't broke.
We know that. You see how much their binoculars are gonna cost next year?
They ain't broke. I bought their phone.
Did you see the what is it? The eyeglasses that they're gonna release next year?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they'll be fine. $3,400 for them?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Push a couple bucks into advertising, man.
I mean, I'm sure you guys can spend wisely. So, but Apple TV Plus has been really good. Kudos to y'all. Another streaming service, and it was just announced. Amazon Prime Video looks like they're going to release an ad version, so it's cheaper, but you'll be getting ads in the movies and the TV shows and the content that they put on their service.
I didn't realize how much I hated ads until I had Hulu with ad free, and I didn't notice it when I was watching Hulu, but it also carried over to the Disney thing because that was part of the package.
Yeah.
And I started watching Disney stuff, and it started getting ads, and I was like, "What the? No! Don't interrupt my Disney."
You know, there's some that I'm okay with ads. Peacock is one that I have ads, and it's fine because I'm usually watching TV shows. So I'm not really going back to watch the movies. And, oftentimes what they do is like if you watch these ads at the beginning of the movie, you won't see them for the rest. I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
Um, some of them I'm like I don't think I would get the ad-free version from Netflix. because I don't need an ad while I'm watching Stranger Things or Cobra Kai.
That's ooh, and Cobra Kai. Oh, Cobra Kai is
Yeah.
coming up too.
Yeah, now that one's coming up too. Well, actually, no, Cobra Kai is currently delayed because of the writer strike. So,
Still,
yeah,
wow.
yeah. I mean, that thing is not ending anytime soon. But I don't know. At one point, are we okay with the ad version if it means paying a little less?
I am. I grew up with commercials, so I'm kind of used to it. That was always when you got up and ran to the fridge or ran to the bathroom, and you had it timed because they were 30-second commercials. So you're like, they're going to play like 4 or 5, so I can go do here, grab that out of the kitchen, and then come back.
And keep in mind, kids, I just want to let y'all know you guys are lucky because at the
Uh,
corner of it tells you how many seconds the ad is. We didn't know. So it could either be 5 minutes or it can be 2 minutes. So
yeah, and you'd hear that intro music coming back to the
yeah.
show, and you're still in the kitchen, like, oh,
Oh, wait, the popcorn's not done yet. Like, hold on. Like, yeah, so yeah, if you grew up in the 80s and 90s, you are okay with ads. All right. We can live through 30 seconds of ads. And if it means saving some money, we'll watch an ad or two.
yeah, because we're also very thrifty. I'm not
Yes.
going to say cheap. I'm going to say thrifty.
Yeah, we're wise with our money choices, and paying $37 for an account just so I can save 30 seconds is not okay.
Mm, not by me.
So, yeah, but, I think this is, I mean, it's okay for them, but, I mean, if you're paying for Amazon Prime, doesn't it come with the service? Like, that's what I thought. Like, if you have a Prime account, don't you get Amazon Prime already?
I I don't know. I used to have an Amazon Business Prime, and you couldn't get the entertainment, the video stuff on a business account. So I had to
Okay.
switch it back over to my personal account so I can get Amazon Prime.
Okay, so I don't know. I just like wondering if you gonna go through all this to get Amazon Prime Video. Why don't you just get the Prime service? And I don't know. There's too many
Prime
things these
service has
days.
gone downhill. They used to have that next day delivery, and they're kind of quietly get away with that.
Yeah, we were actually we're talking about that here a couple days ago. We're just like, whatever happened to the like, oh, it'll be here in a day. Now it's like 3 days, 4 days. There's now times when you get home, you're like, oh yeah, I forgot I ordered this.
Yeah, they quietly just, we're not going to do that anymore because
Yeah,
it's
especially
very expensive.
apparently. And I mean, there's a fulfillment center just down the road in El Paso, and we still can't get stuff.
And the drone technology just isn't there yet.
I don't know how I feel yet, man, about a drone dropping things off. I don't think I would even do that for food. Like, I think it would be a little weird. Like, my food was in the sky before it dropped down, and here you go. Here's your ramen.
Well, I mean, depends on how hungry you are, I guess,
That's true.
and lazy, and
I mean,
lazy.
let me tell you, I've been very lazy lately. So, I mean,
As
the
long
other
as
day
there's
I
no
just
cameras on that drone, so they see me answer the door in my underwear for my ramen.
yeah, they're like, oh wow, that no wonder he decided to order takeout.
Thank you, Amazon.
Hey, we'll see you later. It's like, we'll see you at lunch. Oh my god, man. So The Flash, definitely is the next big movie that we are getting ready for. Now, talk about putting heavy advertisement into something. That's all I have seen over the every time I turn on the TV, there's an advertisement for The Flash. At this point, I'm excited for it. I don't know if the ads are starting to become a burnout factor, but I am excited for it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they had the sneak previews already, and some people that I've seen online have went and seen it, and they said it's actually a really good movie, in spite of Ezra Miller.
Yeah. Which I think a lot of us have been hoping for. And I think even the producers are like, we got to make this a good movie with him. Not, I wonder how much of him is in this movie because if they're relying on cameos, I don't think they can rely too much on Ezra Miller.
I don't know. It's just weird how same company DC took Amber Heard when she had bad press, completely got rid of her. Ezra Miller did something just as bad, if not worse, kept him in there, and he's in almost all the trailers.
Yeah. No, you're right. I mean, it's crazy. And so DC, what is your like level of, well, I mean, it's gonna make money, but Aquaman performed well too. So
Yeah,
what are y'all doing?
yeah. I don't know. Maybe Johnny Depp told him, "I will never do a movie with you again if she's in this."
Maybe. Who knows what? I mean, they're like, "Hey, well, we do kinda want Johnny Depp to join the franchise, so sorry, you gotta go."
Yeah. Hey, Amber, have a
So,
seat.
Yeah, it's like, "Oh, we're just gonna tell you something. I'm sorry. We're gonna have to end this working relationship." Like I said, I'm excited for it. It's been a while since I've been, stoked for a DC movie. I still haven't even seen, the Shazam sequel, and it's on Max already.
Yeah, that's how I saw it. Say it's streaming.
Yeah.
It's
Have you seen it?
yeah, it's not bad. It's I
Okay.
mean, I don't. It's not one of the best superhero movies, but as a standalone movie, it's okay.
Put it this way, it wasn't worth going to the theater for waiting for streaming?
No, streaming good.
Okay, we that was a good call from us then to do that one, to just wait for it to stream. So, I'm glad we did that one. I'm telling you, man, I'm torn these days if I wanna go to the theaters, and Spider-Man's really piqued my interest to say, "I think I might just go watch it." So, we'll see.
Well, the tickets aren't so bad, and it's just the fact that I'm pre-programmed when I walk in to see that movie, and I walk by the concessions. It's like a moth to a flame. I'm like, I need popcorn. Give me this $30 tub of popcorn.
Yeah, no, all that, and then you can't even, like you said, you can't even, like, if you gotta take a potty break, you're like, "Oh, I gotta, like, wait and
It,
see."
and I don't know why they get me every time. I always get the large so I can get the refill. I never get the refill.
We know we go in those with intentions that we say we're gonna go in there,
Yeah,
I'll fill it up when I leave. We
yeah.
never do
3 hours. I'm gonna have two things of popcorn. No, I barely finished the first one.
that. I'm like, I'm halfway done. Yeah, I should have got a small. I didn't need
I
this.
chose poorly.
This was a bad decision, but I have to live with it. So, oh
Mistakes
well.
were made.
Some new trailers dropped. Secret Invasion. That is headed
Yes.
to Disney Plus. Looks good, man.
Yeah, I mean, if it follows the comic book story, which I think it's going to be great because the scrolls can shape change, and the Secret Invasion is just like it says. They came to Earth and they infiltrated all these, uh, important positions. You don't know. It's almost like Invasion of the Body Snatchers. You don't know if you're talking to one of them or to the real
Yeah.
person.
Yeah, it's crazy, and you get a little bit of that from Samuel L. Jackson mentioning those exact things. You don't know who is a friend or who is an enemy. Like, you just don't know who you're talking to, and it looks intense. I mean, you do get some it looks like we're gonna get some cameo appearances from some of the, you know, Avengers. We're gonna see some people show up, but I also wonder at what point. I mean, this just seems like the perfect series to kinda get everything up and running again to get us ready for Loki.
Yeah, you can explain a lot of things that didn't sound right by saying they were a scroll.
Yeah. Like, "Oh, no, no,
No,
Tony
no,
Stark
no.
didn't really die. He was a Skrull."
Yeah, that wasn't him. But you're also going to get to see exactly why Nick Fury was chosen as leader of Shield. He's gonna show you he's a force to be reckoned with.
Oh, it's awesome, man, and yeah, it's been a minute since we've seen him in some of these movies. I mean, he's made his cameo appearances here and there, but yeah, you're gonna be excited to see that one, man. I'm excited, man. There's definitely a lot of content that's gonna be coming up, and just it's exciting, man.
Yeah,
So
it's gonna be a good summer.
I gotta find time to watch all this stuff. I just see when I can.
They need to push it on streaming quick
They really do. I hate when they tell you it's like, oh, by the way, it's not coming out until November. Then
or
why'd y'all get our hopes up?
exclusively in theaters.
Right?
God,
You're like,
why do that?
dude, that is so heartbreaking when you hear that exclusively in theaters this winter. Oh,
Uh,
that's great.
that means I won't see it till spring.
I know. It's like, oh, Disney needs to hurry up and just stream their stuff quicker. But oh gosh, Troy, if they want to keep up with you, man, I didn't even realize, man, the half hour went by quick.
Yeah, a lot of cool stuff going on.
I tell you, man. And he who does not sleep, hopefully, will get a nap before his weekend gets started.
He does nap, so yes.
He does nap. Before we go though, mention everybody once again for Anime El Paso. Get details and so they can get their tickets so that way they can get ready.
AnimeElPaso.com. You can click on the buy ticket link, and weekends and single days are there. VIPs are sold out, and there's actually still a couple vendor booths left. If you're a vendor and you were on the fence, still a couple booths left, man. You can grab.
That's right. Make sure you guys take advantage, go out there, have some fun. And word to the wise, anybody participating in that ramen contest, do not think you can just
It's gonna be
chug it.
spicy.
It is gonna be, why is it spicy?
Don't
They
make
want to follow. They want to follow you on the socials. How can they stay up to date with you?
we're all over interwebs, man. We got the Twitter, we got the Insta, we got Meta, we got the YouTube, and we got TikTok.
That's right. And like they were saying earlier, I was gonna look at some of the comments that we have. We'll get that video from your trip soon, but not this weekend.
No, not no.
Not this weekend.
Maybe next weekend.
Maybe when he's got time, when he can sleep. Maybe.
Maybe.
If you want to stay up to date with me, of course, you guys can always check us out. Big Show FM on Instagram, Hot 103's Big Show on Facebook, Joey on the FM on TikTok, because that's yeah, I had one more follower this past week, and I was excited. Yay.
Progress.
I'm getting there, man. 145, 145 and growing, man. Just got to do a couple more TikTok dances, and I'll be.
Then you can go live and do TikTok lives.
Ain't nobody trying to see me dance live. That's a
You
whole
would
nother.
be surprised. I did a live in Spain where I just walked around downtown Barcelona for like an hour. Crazy amount of people just tune in. People are voyeurs, dude. They just want to see what other people are doing. You can go to TikTok and just click on live to see other people's lives.
You know
It's
what?
like TV.
Now that you mentioned that, and I don't know if you've noticed this with TikTok, have you been noticing through your feed a lot more lives lately than
Mhm.
anything else?
Yep.
And
Yep.
for some reason, I think because you and I have talked about Mario Brothers to death on this show, that's all I see is people playing video games.
It's the algorithm, man. They got you.
They do. So it's like I could be scrolling. I'm like, okay, they're playing Mario Brothers 3 level 4. Why am I watching this? And I'll be watching them
And
play
you
Mario
you
Brothers.
don't ask yourself that until like 3 minutes in. You're like, oh, why am I doing this?
What am I doing here? Like, seriously, I could scroll through my TikTok right now, and at least 5 lives will pop up of someone playing a different Mario Brothers game. Don't know why. So,
The phone is listening.
it listens right now. So, who knows? I'll probably be watching some comic book stuff right now because we talked about it for the last half hour. So, who knows? I mean, thank you, TikTok, for spying in on us today. Guys, this has been another edition of Zia Comic Weekly. We'll see y'all next week.
Later, nerds.